Our thanks to Hilton Tarrant. David Shapiro in the studio today. We've got a story on MoneyWeb about the issue we were discussing last night. If Barclays is nationalised, which seems increasingly likely, will ABSA be sold? 77% of the people who voted on that story say yes.
I have no doubt. I mean,
so you mean the 23% who voted no don't know what they're talking about?
Well, I think it's got to be because I don't think it's the first of cleanups in the financial sector. I think globally some of the big companies, will start to look at operations globally, not only South Africa, and will start to clean up those marginal operations. A lot of them went into emerging markets with the hope of developing some kind of interest there. But in these kind of markets, you tend to be ruthless and cut out those companies that are not meeting returns on capital. But in this case, I think, as you said yesterday, why does the British government want a South African bank?
Clearly not. The financial services sector of the JSE dropped again. That index down nearly 2% today. No doubt on concerns that we might have, what do they call it? Contamination of what's happening in contagion of other financial companies around the world.
It'll catch up here, and I think when you're talking to Koki, there's there are worries that people will do comparative analysis, and they'll start to say if those banks are at such levels, why are we trading at such high levels? I still think we deserve to be at these levels. I would hold on to my bank shares, but you can feel the pressure. You can just feel it building up, and people wanting to get out of the market.
It's also quite interesting to see how the South African rand is held up against the pound.
Yeah.
In fact, appreciated against the pound. We're at 13 rand 86 against the pound, and many people who visited London recently have had to pay more than 15 rand for their pounds.
Pound under significant pressure, and there's just worries about the whole state of the UK economy. I think we mentioned last night, financial services make up 30% of GDP of growth in the UK. So that sector being under severe pressure, what the impact's going to be. So nobody wants. Jim Rogers, the trader said, just scrap sterling, just don't hold sterling. And he says the UK is finished. If you've ever heard him speak, he's very outspoken.
The master of the understatement. Has to be a Brit himself. Mutual and Federal here back at home, down 15% that share price today.
A lot of that to do with the market. The market.
But it came out with a trading update to say.
A trading update, came out and the market has trashed their earnings.
But David, can you blame these poor guys? Old Mutual says one day you are core to our business. Then a little while later they say no, we're selling Mutual and Federal. Then the deal doesn't go through because the price is not right. Old Mutual then says no, we're going to keep Mutual and Federal after all. Yeah. These poor people who are working there, the managers.
I don't know who they work for.
Well, all they've been doing is trying to pull through the merchant bankers to do due diligences. How do they concentrate on the business?
Well, the underwriting experience, I say, was better than the first half, so that's improved. Because remember, they had a very poor, record in the first half. But the market must have hurt them. I'm surprised to the extent that they say, that the earnings will be down 120%. So there's some very, very heavy losses on the, on their investment book.
Maybe they've also been playing single stock.
I don't know where. We'll see. That's
they better not have been.
We'll see what the detail is. Where the losses have been made.
And also, just looking through the list of the losses, your firm Sasfin down 7% today.
Yeah, they were
my
up yesterday.
My favourite, the Don, was down 6%. I see. Sappy down 6%. Sales all over the place. Bidvest 5%. Impala 5%.
There's just a broad sell-off. Alec, the news was shocking. We started off with China. China's GDP was disappointing. I think you're going to talk about it.
We're going to talk to Michael Power about all of that international data. But what's the mood like here on the JSE?
No, it's bad. It's very difficult to get people involved. You've just got a series of bad news that comes out every day. You heard Hilton talking about Microsoft, so that plays on your mind. If it's not Microsoft, it's eBay. We've had very good trading results. We had a good trading result out of City Lodge today. Their earnings are going to be up 13 to 15%, a very solid number. Basil Reed came out, but with also very good numbers, but they're not sufficient to turn around the number. We're being dragged down by mainly commodities and mainly financials.